She appears in front, the water, and everything else feels to look hiding behind this one of the most beautiful and futuristic super yacht. This is the most elegant super yacht, and when I say elegant, I mean it. Once you step inside this video, you will understand why I said that. Before we explore one of the most luxurious interior of a yacht, I want to tell you that if you want gadgets, gears, and worth-having products in your daily life, or for your next yacht trip, I have put link of some worth-having products that you could order that get delivered at home. Check out the link in the description. Come aboard. Every great design starts with a feeling, not a number. Most yachts make you feel large or wealthy in that vague airport lounge kind of way. This one makes you feel something different. The word I keep landing on is inevitable, as if the shape was already inside the ocean somewhere and someone just had the patience to pull it out. She runs 120 meters. The hull doesn't puff its chest out. It just moves, arching gently toward the bow the way something moves when it was built to belong here, not fight here. Then you notice it.
At the stern, the beach club folds down to the waterline. Flat enough for sun loungers, for kayaks at dawn, for sitting with your feet in the Adriatic while someone brings you something cold. And behind sealed doors in its own bay, a two-person submersible, rated to hundreds of meters. Because apparently the surface wasn't quite enough. First thing that happens when you board, nothing. No vibration. No engine breath through the floor. No sense of being on a vessel at all. The stabilization doesn't fight the water, it breathes with it. Anchor in any reasonable sea, and this yacht simply sits there. Like furniture. The interior is the kind of thing you don't want to describe too quickly. Teak floors book match panel by panel, so the grain runs in one continuous line from one end of the deck to the other. Backlit onyx walls, not glowing, just warm. Alive in a way marble usually isn't. A lighting system designed by a studio whose other clients are museums. Light that shifts with the day, so by midnight it's barely there. Just enough to find your way without ruining whatever the evening became. And running along the port side, a living wall. Real plants, real soil, real smell when you brush past it. There's a version of this, a gym squeezed beside the engine room, a treatment room the size of a wardrobe, a brochure item. That's not what this is. The entire second deck, midship to forward, belongs to the body. Mornings here, running downwind in still water, are the kind of mornings people describe to strangers for the rest of their lives. Every great yacht has one space that belongs to no one else, where the owner actually lives, not performs, not entertains. This is the entire third deck. Full beam, glass on three sides. Wherever you stand, you're wrapped in water and sky, and the particular quality of light that only exists at sea. The bed sits at the exact center line of the yacht, where the motion is felt least. The private spa has a soaking tub car from a single block of white onyx, positioned at the forward end of the deck, so you lie in it looking directly at whatever is coming next. Step outside, and there it is. The detail I think about most. A private infinity pool with a glass far wall, elevated above the main deck, the water dissolving directly into the sea beyond. The edge disappears. The horizon disappears. You are swimming towards something with no end. Two keys exist for this deck. No guest reaches it uninvited. Height does something to the body that ground level never quite manages. The observation lounge is a glass lantern at the peak of the yacht, 360 degrees of curved glass. On a clear Mediterranean day, 30 miles of sea in every direction. The helipad is properly equipped, lighting, tie-downs, and directly beneath it, a dedicated hangar where the helicopter actually lives. Not parked on the roof. Stored. Maintained. Ready in minutes. Because when you're anchored off Santorini and you want to be in Athens for lunch, that's how you get there. At the stern, a terrace. Deep day beds, a low table, a retractable roof that opens to become the finest open-air dining room on the water or closes when the air turns. The darkness up here, when you choose it, is total. Lying on your back on teak somewhere in the middle of the Aegean at 2 in the morning, the Milky Way is not a concept. It is directly above you, close enough to disturb. One of the quieter pleasures of a yacht like this, what she carries inside herself. Jet skis. Electric foil boards hovering 6 inches above the surface between sea and sky. E-surfboards. Enough to keep 12 people absorbed for months without repeating a single day. Technology on a yacht like this should be invisible. Not absent. invisible. That's the measure. Hybrid hydrogen electric. In practice, near total silence underway. No diesel through the hull. No vibration in your feet. At anchor with the engines off, this yacht is so quiet you can hear water moving against the glass hull below. That sound, slow, constant, water on glass, is worth more than any figure on a spec sheet. At anchor, she runs entirely on stored power and hydrogen generation. She leaves a cove exactly as she found it. The systems, navigation, weather routing, structural monitoring, work alongside 60 crew who know her better than any algorithm ever will. The two work together. That's the right relationship. And the yacht learns. After a few days, it begins to anticipate. Coffee ready before you reach the galley. Deck temperature adjusted before you feel the drop. Not clever. Attentive. The way a great crew has always been attentive. Now supported by systems that never forget and never need a morning to settle in. We've been everywhere aboard. Stood at the bow before the sun committed to anything. Looked down through the glass hull at the floor of the sea. Floated in the pool that dissolves into the horizon. And the question I keep returning to, looking at something like this, isn't what does it cost? That answers nothing. The right question is stranger. What does it do to you? It gives something back that the modern world has taken from almost everyone. Real silence. Real stillness. The particular quality of being somewhere completely unconnected, in a space designed at every single point to be worthy of the view outside it. Very few things are genuinely beautiful. Not stylish. Not impressive. Beautiful. The way a coastline is beautiful that no one has built anything on yet. This yacht is one of them. If this is your first time here, this is what we do. Extraordinary yachts. Up close. Subscribe if that sounds like somewhere worth going.